Alright, welcome back to the second part where I finally got full health after getting tons and tons of fucking points. So now I should be able to run through the rest of the game without, ever having to do that again. Because that took way too goddamn long. I don't know the exact amount of time it took, but let's just say I was able to drink 4 fucking beers in the time that I was able to get all that health. Plus, I think I got somewhere in the range of 200,000 points sitting there trying to do it, because all it wanted to do was give me fucking points. So now let's finally get back to just running through the game. Now with these stalactites or whatever in the ceiling, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to get past these without taking damage until I learned, just by trial and error, that you can just duck straight through them and they won't hurt you. So that was pretty nice. And even though it looks like this guy's shooting tissue at you, the instruction manual says that he's shooting ectoplasm, which is kind of funny. Motherfucker. I'm just gonna hit him. Son of a bitch. Yeah, those question marks just don't want to give me anything but points. In the maybe 30 minutes it took me to get full health, it gave me points probably 90% of the time. I got burnt twice out of all those fucking times I did that. So now I'm going to keep these umbrellas on screen so that nothing else will spawn. Because that just makes it a little bit easier and faster to get through this shit. Because this part right here, there should be a bunch of umbrellas, but there's absolutely none, since nothing can spawn with 3 sprites on screen. Now we get the spider, which is the one that usually just whoops my ass when I try to do the run without ever getting any lucky drops or extra health. Because this dude's an asshole. I mean, after I do this, I'm probably going to try this run probably for, I don't know, a week or so. I've really only tried to do the Pacifist run for maybe a few days, so I'm obviously not that great at it, but I think if I tried to do this for a long enough period of time, I could actually do a Pacifist run without ever having to farm for health, because I'm just not good at fighting the enemies with Mark, because I just never have. I've always fought them with Bert. Yeah, just more points. The game just don't want to give me anything but points, which is complete and utter fucking bullshit. But since I had full health, I should be able to run through the rest of the game without ever having to do that again, because the next 2 levels are pretty easy. It's just the 3rd and 4th, well, the next 2 levels after this are pretty easy. The 3rd and 4th are the ones that I have problems with. Just crawl right through these alligators since they can't hurt you. They can in the prototype for some reason, but not in the actual released game. Go fight the slowpoke. I just hate fighting stuff as Mark. 1, it takes forever, and 2, it's really difficult just to fight anything with Mark. But it's cool, because the game itself, if you actually go through and defeat things normally, is way too easy. Which is part of why I liked the prototype, but now the prototype's a little bit too easy too, since I can actually, you know, just whoop its ass first time through. Ah, yeah. Eat a fucking dick, slowpoke. Ah, fucking Bert. I still think in the entirety of this run, I haven't gotten health once that's been recorded. Like, actually playing the game without going back in and out the level over and over and over. The boss doors. Now, Bert's not very useful on this cat, so I'm going to sit here and wait until I turn back into Mark, because the boss is actually way easier with Mark. Yeah. And it still hasn't given me health, because I really need more goddamn points. This game just hates me when I'm trying to do this run. I don't know why. I really wish I knew of some way to manipulate it to where I could just get health instead of points every goddamn time. Because since I had full life, now I'm already down to half-life, basically. So without sitting there and getting that extra life, I would not have been able to get this far. Because that spider probably would have killed me. Probably definitely would have killed me. Now, I hate doing this guy with Mark, too, because this guy sucks to do with Mark as well. I'm just missing everything. Yeah, missing everything. This guy really needs to come up with a new riff, too. His riff's like 4 seconds long. Man, come on. There we go. Whoop some goddamn ass. I would like to redo this once I actually get a lot better at fighting these bosses with Mark, though. Oh my god, it gave me health. Praise Lord Jesus. Wow. That's the first time on camera that it actually gave me fucking health. This next part's a little bit tricky, and hopefully I get it first try, because I don't want to do this a bunch of times. Oh. Wasn't that tricky at all. I thought I needed to get hit to make it, but just gotta have really good timing. Because I really haven't even practiced this run or nothing very much. I just, you know, I did it for the very first time right before this, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it again. At least the next two levels are really easy. Because this one has two bosses and the next level only has one, so they're both really easy. And this one realistically only has one boss too. Because if you want to count the zombies as a boss, they've got to be the easiest boss in video game history. Like, I've never seen it on any of them top 10s or whatever of the easiest bosses, but this right here is the easiest boss in video game history. Whoops. A little too close. This would probably been better to do as marks so I wouldn't have to take so much damage, but it gave me Burt, so may as well just do it. Yeah, this level's super simple. It really should have been earlier on. I don't know why this is the 5th round. Because that's ridiculously easy. This level's pretty easy too, besides the boss can actually do some damage to me since I won't have Burt. Man. And I usually don't get hit off of those fucking things, because I'm usually paying more attention and haven't drank so much since before I start doing these things. Which is kind of a lie, but still, I'll go with it. Man. There ain't much I can do about taking damage on this asshole. But as long as you know the pattern, this level's super easy too. And never go in one door like more than twice or else it takes you back to the very beginning. Now round 7, which is the last hard level before the absolute end. Which, even though I don't really need to, I'm going to stop this again right here, and I'm going to cut this into 3 parts. Just makes it easier on me to upload this, because it took me like 12 hours to upload my prototype run, and the first time the upload failed, so that was, I don't know, that made me not too happy, so I want to do these in a little bit smaller chunks, even though I could probably get this all together, but come back for part 3.